Hello and welcome to What You Drinkin', where we review 2 hopefully delicious craft beers each week before recording a fresh new episode of the Ginger and the Beard podcast. I'm AJ, aka The Ginger.
And I'm Reese, aka The Beard, and I'm excited to hear what you drinking tonight, sir.
I have something quite tasty to the eyeballs and hopefully the taste buds. Tasty to the eyeballs, I just made that up. Look at this beautiful can. Oh my goodness.
Let me get a look at that can.
How nice.
Nice
It's so
and
clean.
smooth.
So minimalistic.
Really is.
It's called the Orange and Cream.
Reminds me of
One
something
thing-
from like the 70s or like the 50s or 60s or something.
It's like an old school like Fanta can or like a, what's that orange soda called?
Fanta.
The, Sunkissed.
Oh, okay. Sunkissed.
Fanta, Sunkissed, like a really old 7-Up can maybe. Like obviously not orange, but
Right.
yeah, this is the Orange and Cream, so it gives off some really cool dreamsicle vibes, which is what they were going for.
Very
So
retro.
on the can here, this is from Canon Draw Brewing Company in Richmond, Virginia, on Main Street. I've only been to Richmond like 2 times, I think, downtown Richmond at least, and obviously never been to Canon Draw, but definitely kind of interested in checking them out. But anyways, they describe this beer as their take on the famous orange creamsicle. We started with a base IPA, brewed it with orange juice, orange peel, and lactose. Then we packed it full of citrus-forward hops, orange zest, and vanilla. So sounds pretty good. I don't know what makes a milkshake IPA. I'm not sure, like, the moment you add lactose to an IPA, does it become a milkshake IPA? Is that how it works? I'm not really sure. But I'm excited to see what's inside. So let's go ahead and crack it open to give it the ASMR here. Oh no, little droplets on the keys. Not cool.
Not again.
Good news is mechanical keyboards are way easier to clean. All right, go ahead and pour this out.
You've learned it the hard way.
Indeed.
Are you right over your keyboard?
No.
Okay.
I'm back a ways. Well, I'm glad I gave it some room to breathe there. That's some thick head action.
Yeah.
My sweet dissolver beer glass.
Oh, what? You got a dissolver beer glass?
Yeah, man, this beer glass is sick.
Dude.
I almost got that thing tattooed right there, that logo.
That's awesome.
And they told me that if I did, they would send me a whole case of one of their Kolsch's, which is like worth like, what was it? I think it was worth like $60 some or $100, something like that.
Really?
But yeah, I was like, that almost would pay for the tattoo.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But then I was like, I don't really know what that upside down eye means. It's like, I don't really want to have a symbol tattooed on me that's like, might mean something crazy. But anyways, so back to the Orange and Cream.
I don't think it
honestly
means anything.
Yeah, I think it like had to do something with like, it's kind of like on the dollar bill, there's like the pyramid with an eye in it.
Illuminati, that stuff.
It like means, it means something to do with like the all-seeing
eye. Yeah, the
like
eye
something
overall.
related to God and stuff like that. But then I was like, upside down triangle.
It's all sun god worship, man. It's all
I just
good.
like,
make
I just don't want, like,
whatever you want of it.
I don't want like a satanic symbol tattooed on me or something on accident. That'd be bad news.
Yeah.
Some dude's like, that's like a devil sign, right? I'm like, no, it's not. Just eyeball tentacles.
Just don't get 616 tattooed on you. You'll be okay.
I don't know what that means either.
That's the bad number.
I thought it was 666.
No, it's not. It's 616.
Oh man, I'm so
That's
lost.
another discussion for another podcast.
That's for our other podcast. Come check us out on Worshipping Symbols podcast.
Yeah.
Anyways, so Orange and Cream, dude, honestly, like pouring this thing, you definitely get some creamsicle smells, aromas. It's not super strong, but I can definitely like pick up on the sweetness pretty immediately, and obviously some of that orange flavor. I'm not so sure about brewed with orange juice. That sounds kind of weird to me, but it's the look of it,
before.
pretty pale. Yeah, I feel like maybe we've maybe even had another beer on the show, brewed with orange juice, but pretty pale, slightly hazy. Obviously, lots of thick soapy head here that's not really going anywhere. So I'm not going to hang out too long and wait for it. Let's go ahead and give it a sip.
My one friend puts orange juice with Captain Morgan. He'll do half and half Captain Morgan, half orange juice. And dude, believe it or not, it tastes like a creamsicle. It's so good.
No way.
It's so good. It's so good.
I gotta try that now.
Yeah.
So yeah, first sip there. Not a lot going on, honestly. Like I pick up the sweetness is what I'm kind of carrying through the sip more than anything. Honestly, the orange is not as upfront as I was expecting it to be. But I definitely get the lactose, you can tell, is pretty prevalent here because it is pretty sweet. It's not as like, when I'm talking about milkshake IPAs, it's not thick at all. Like it's definitely very light bodied. Look at all that carbonation just continuing to bubble up. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it just keeps bubbling.
It's very hazy. Looks very hazy on my end, but that's the lactose, right?
That might contribute to it a little bit. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like what to say about this. I mean, honestly, still interested in checking out this brewery, right? Canon Draw, but honestly, not as overwhelming like creamsicle and as pleasant as I was kind of expecting it to be. I was really looking for some like orange punch out of this thing. I feel like they could have gone a little heavier on the citrus hops, maybe, just to really pull out some of that like bitterness a little bit, some of that zest with the orange. But I mean, overall, it's not terrible. I kind of wish it was a little heavier bodied. It's really light. I mean, it's definitely crushable. Like if you're outside, you could definitely put down one or two of these without too much problem. I'm not sure what the ABV was on it, honestly.
Crushable. I haven't heard that in a while.
6.5%. Crushable, bro.
Nice. Yeah, crush that beer can.
But yeah, I mean, I put the poll up on Instagram, and this was an overwhelming vote. 83% to 17% people voted for the orange and cream over. We had a fog IPA up, which is more of a standard like New England style IPA. And actually, one of the guys who's been following us for a long time, who actually owns a tasting and tap room called Finger Lakes. His name is Mark. He actually commented on the poll and was like surprised that people voted for this over the fog IPA, and basically was saying like, for milkshake IPAs, people never really do it to his satisfaction, I guess. And he's like, especially that one. So I guess he's had this before, and he said he wasn't a huge fan of it, but I have to kind of agree with him. I mean, it's not a bad beer. I think if it wasn't positioned as such, like the can looks like a creamsicle, they describe it as a creamsicle, and then you taste it and it's just there's not a lot of punch to it. I don't know if maybe that was because of the canning date. It's open now, so I can't really see if there's a date labeled here, but or how it was kept maybe, but yeah, just not a whole lot going on with this. But you know what? I'm thirsty. Tastes like beer, so I'm going to enjoy it. So,
I've only ever had one good milkshake beer, and that was Old Ox. Old Ox did a strawberry milkshake beer. I think it was 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. And, it was great, dude. It had like a very good strawberry taste up front. And then it like coated your mouth like a milkshake would. It coated your mouth, and it had that like thick kind of like milky kind of texture to it. And it was very hazy. It was heavy. It was like a heavy bodied, I'm pretty sure it was an ale. It was an ale.
Okay.
And, like that was probably the only ever time I've had a milkshake ale and been like, oh, this is
interesting.
Good.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. I don't typically go for the milkshake IPAs really, but anyways, I mean, yeah, overall it's not the worst beer I've ever had for sure. But I kind of, like I said, wish I had some more of that orange punch. But real quick before we move on, see what you're drinking, I do suggest you guys go check out Mark's page on Instagram while we're talking about him. His Instagram handle is Marcus with a K, Markus, Pendus, Pendus, Maximus, as you would spell Maximus. Anyways, he reviews beers and has a bunch of beer content, so go check him out. Shout out to Mark. Thanks for following us for so long. But anyways, I'm excited to see what you've got, my friend. What are you drinking tonight?
Good sir. I'm drinking a beer from Three Floyds, which is in Illinois, if I remember correctly. I've seen Three Floyds before. I'm pretty sure I've had one of their beers before. And I can't remember what it was. I don't remember if it was good or not, but this one kind of like stuck out to me at the store. It's a little bit perspirated. There we go. Gumballhead. Gumballhead.
Nice.
Kind of a cool little artistic little
Yeah.
What's the word I'm looking for? It's got its
Design.
own kind of like there we go, design. Gumballhead, 3 Floyds American Wheat Pale Ale. He looks like he's ready to punch me in the mouth with this beer, right?
You take this beer and you like it.
Yeah, it says that it's not normal. Yeah, so I'm guessing that it's not normal. Let's find out, and let's see if it's not normal, right? Let's test that for ourselves. It's an American wheat ale brewed with white wheat and dry hopped with hand selected hops from Yakima Valley. It's supposed to be bright and refreshing with lemony finish. So, on a day like today was not so hot. It was very humid though, right? Like I hate that humidity, man. It just felt, I was outside like working and stuff, and I was just like, oh, this sucks. But it wasn't like really hot. It was just that it was like so just gross, So anyway, let's go ahead and pour this. Oh,
is that a new beer glass?
No. I just had some drippage though. Don't mind that. You can't see it.
It's not the first time we've had drippage.
Yeah, won't be the last either. Get every last drop out of there. I like the head on this. It's a nice amount of head. Not like super uniform, but like it's like a normal beer head. Like this is like a normal beer head. Like it's not perfect, but it's not bad. Like most of it's pretty uniform. It's almost it's relative pretty good clarity, I would say. I can't see through it, but I can see like my finger on the other side of it. So like you can't see through it on your side. It's definitely not hazy or anything. Certainly not. So still a little bit of sediment just kind of floating around in there, I guess, just a little fine sediment. Really good color. Like this looks like a beer, man. This is, I know that sounds dumb, but it's like, this looks like your typical beer that you would like expect, right? Not like a Budweiser that's like kind of like paler, or not like a freaking, anything crazy. This is like, when I think of a beer, I'm like, this is it. This is the beer.
That's the picture.
It's a beautiful color.
It looks normal.
It just looks normal, right? Like, yeah, I think it just looks normal. Yellow, golden wheat kind of color to it. Oh, it smells like lemons. That's nice. That's actually really nice. I wasn't expecting to smell a citrusy, like fruity, refreshing smell. So I'm already like, I feel like I'm sorry that your beer sucked, but like this is going good,
bro.
This is going good so far. So let's give it a taste. Okay, very balanced. Yeah. I definitely got the lemon flavor as expected. A very like balanced lemon flavor. Like, what can I compare it to? It's not like overpowering. Certainly not like, not even bare. It's like just where you would want it to be, where it's not like sour, like a lemon would be. You could just taste it, and it's like a nice little like lemon drop kind of taste almost.
Ooh,
like a light, like a fresh lemon drop without the sour, kind of taste to it. The hops is very balanced. The bitterness is like, it says that it's 35 IBU, and that is typically like higher on the scale for me, but it's not, it doesn't feel like 35 IBU. It feels less than that. It feels very balanced and like easygoing. It doesn't make my face want to pucker. Like I'm pretty happy with this. It's 5.6% ABV. So, you could drink a 6-pack of this and you'd probably want to get an Uber at that point. But before that, you're probably good. Yeah, so
I'm like, you could definitely drink 1 or 2 of these. You're like, you could drink a 6-pack of these. Then you would be drunk. Yes.
Yeah. I could see that it is actually very thin, light to medium bodied. That's cool. It's very easygoing. Very doesn't linger very much.
Sounds really good.
Yeah, I wish I had one of these earlier. Anyway, I'm happy with this.
Where did you say they were from again?
Pretty sure Illinois. Illinois.
Okay.
Illinois. I think they're like right on Lake Michigan.
Okay.
Not exactly 100% sure. That second taste, I got a lot more bitterness, I will say. That bitterness is lingering a lot more right now, and that feels like 35 IBU to me. So the first one was like a nice kind of kick in the mouth, and then it was a pleasant kick in the mouth. The second one was, okay, there's the bitterness.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm sure a couple more sips from now, like I'll be like, what's bitterness?
You won't even know.
This tastes good.
I'm not sure how many beers I've had that I like talk about lemon. Seems like an unusual addition, but it sounds really good. The way you describe it sounds quite refreshing.
I haven't done any research into the hops that were used here, but I'm assuming that the lemon flavor is coming from the hops. You know, I'm not sure how else they would get that lemon flavor in there.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. And they said on their website that it was like a lemony finish. I got the lemon up front, not on the finish. I got bitterness on the finish. So,
yeah, I have to do some research to see like what kind of. Oh, they actually have something called lemon drop hops.
Lemon drop hops. I wonder if is it Yakima Valley? Because that's where these come from.
Let's see. I'm looking at Northern Brewers website right now. Super Cascadian hop has a unique combination of fruity and herbal notes, ideal for IPAs, pale ales, and saisons.
Yeah, I mean this one was fruity, like it's almost like a fruit punch kind of smell to it at first. Fruit punch and then lemon.
Just says it's from USA. It doesn't say what region.
Oh well, you know, anybody that's interested, they could do the research and find out a little bit more. What I could say about this beer is I think this is a great beer and very relaxing on a hot day kind of beer. I don't think you could go wrong with this. If you're just getting into IPAs and more bitter beer for the first time, I would say that this probably isn't like beginner level. I would say this is probably like the next level of bitterness. So, you know, beware if you're not so into bitterness, but I would buy it again. It's pretty good.
Nice. I'll keep my eyes out for that cute little gumball label.
Little gumball. I got a second one right here that I'm going to drink during the podcast. So
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Happy.
Well, cheers to you, my friend. Happy to be here and drinking with you.
Cheers.
And all you folks out there watching this video, let us know in the comments what you're drinking tonight. We're excited to hear, and thank you all again for watching this week's What You Drinking. Make sure you check out the other craft beer reviews we have on our channel and head over to Instagram to keep up with what we're drinking on a daily basis.
That's right. And of course, subscribe to the Ginger and the Beard podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts. See you guys in the next video. Peace.
Peace.